So yeah, good morning students, here Ashwini teacher, and again I'll welcome you all. Okay, so our today's topic is a wall magazine for our class. Okay, so here students, basically you can see this kind of pictures in our school when you are in school. In a virtual class it won't be possible to see, but in when there was any kind of competition, any kind of games were there, so what we decorate our walls in this, that it shows a pollution, that we even in our class we stick the poems which is written by the students, stories written by the students. Okay, so these things we are doing in a class. So in the same way here, even we can stick pictures, even we can stick a paper where you have written a jokes. Yes, of a science corner, what is the important question, it's such kind of information we stick. So all these are what student, all these are yours magazine. And these things, that whether it is story, jokes, or any important questions, everything we are going to need it for to our magazine. So basically students, what is required for the magazine, that in this lesson a six standard students they got a task that they have to make a one magazine. In that magazine, what they have to make, they means for this magazine, if suppose take the example of yours only, if the teacher gives you the topic कि आपको ये project बनाना है, वो project बनाना है, so what you did, you search on googles के ऊपर search करते हैं. Okay, then later on after searching on googles, what you are doing, you are writing a detailed information about it. So it means that students, so in the same way that six standard students, they have collected information and a various magazine for their own reference to make their magazine. So here students, the students and a class teacher of 6 they come together, and even they brought a various magazine periodicals. Periodicals means a kind of a book which can be printed certain period of time, that is a periodicals and newspaper for the classroom. And so what they studied, and this magazine, because in magazine contained various proposals, craft ideas, and informations, quizzes, jokes, games, and they and the column of for the other students, means that in school magazine, if you see a magazine of any school, and the last some pages they publish a poem, story, and the drawing of some students. Even they have collected also, even some columns is for the teachers as well as for the student also. So they have collected their own thing, means what which story they are supposed to be published, what kind of information, whether it is scientific information and other information, everything they have collected. Okay, and they but they have collected all the information, that what kind of stories should be there, these and that, everything. So that what things should be required, we need a team, we need a teamwork, because you cannot do any work without a team. For this publication of this wall magazine, what you need, you required an editor. Editor means a person, means after the completion of a magazine, you send one copy to the editor, and editor correct the mistakes. Sub editors means sub editor helps to the editor. And the artist means artist is a person who add a pictures, and these shows their own creation. Writers means a particularly a person who's writing the stories, information. We need these people to print one magazine. So means for the magazine you require how many people? You require editor, you require sub editor, you require illustrators, means artist, and even you require a writer also. Okay, and in along with that we need, okay, We need a contribution of each and every people, each and every student of the class, and even editors. Whatever you are writing, whatever, if you are writing a story, information, poem, everything is going to be corrected by the editors. Okay, so it means for this way we have a 4 teams. First column is a regular feature of all 4 issues, means editors, actors, so the work of these people. And then we have a editorial team. Editorial team is this column. They have a craft ideas, even a recipe. Recipe means that how to make. If suppose you have a food recipe content, it means that how you make a food, that food recipe. I need help, science corner. This kind of things is written in this magazine. And even with the teacher's help, with the teacher's help, prominent, most important place is fixed for your classroom. Okay, and for the law, it means everything we have to discuss for our classroom. And even students, if your own class, if if you are thinking about your class, then we have to do this activity. Okay, because when you are in class, I really love to take this activity. So what kind of corners are there? See, what kind of corners? The jokes can be written by anyone, so we are going to stick in that. So what are then the 3 words, which are the sight words? Sight words means I don't know, sorry, means by seeing only you get to know the information about it, means various information, scientific information, even you can stick in the corner. Then a science corner. Science corner is also there in the particular magazine. Why the sky is blue? Okay, and which kind of medicine should be taken on a particular this? And what kind of exercise, yoga, such kind of information is written. Okay, and then you have a suppose you have a doubt. Okay, you have a doubt. So how you're going to solve that? How, which person gives you suggestion? If a one person is that my friend is not talking with me, that there is a calling in between us, then what kind of suggestion is given by your friend and how it works? Even this one can be you are a part of this, and the sorry, part of your rhyming verse, and the some rhymes, poems, stories which is written by the various students. If any student, for example, Vidhi Bavaskar has written a poem. So here that, and we have, suppose you wanted to publish in your school magazine, so you have to type that story or the poem, and below that you have to write a name, standard, and division, that it is written by whom. Okay, so these are the rhymes and the rhythm.